Hello and welcome to this short tutorial about doing exporting to and from other programs into Blender and working with them in your pipeline and making sure the scale is the same, because this is a problem that we got in the beginning of our development of Cost of War. So I'm going to share this information with you so you don't have the same problem. So you can see these two guys that we have here. They're quite a different scale, and that is because Blender and Max, for example, have really different scale sets. And to make sure, when you import, go to import and then OBJ being the standard format for sending meshes and UV information between a 3D program. So here, if I choose this Pioneer again, I import a guy, you're gonna get this screen, and here you have clamp scale, and that means it's gonna scale it to 10 times smaller, and you don't want that, so you have to put that on 0 to make sure that the character stays the same size. Otherwise it's gonna end up like this little guy here. And every time you do this, if you export to OBJ from Blender and import it with the clamp scale, you're gonna get a smaller version in Blender, and this can create a lot of problems in the end if all your models have different scales. So to make sure that all the models have the same scale, I'm gonna show you again. Just go in OBJ, choose OBJ you want to import, and make sure the scale is not 10. Just gonna show you how it looks. So then they're gonna turn out like this. So that's not really good. If when you export from Max, you have an option in the OBE exporter to choose export for Blender. Don't do that, because it's doing the same thing. It's making it smaller because Blender and Max have really different scale. If the model is too big for your screen, go into view properties and change the clip end. So you choose this bigger here, and then you can see the clip if you can't see the entire model because it's too big. So you go into view properties and changing the end clip, and that will solve that problem so you can see bigger models. I'm just gonna quickly talk a little bit about the new Blender version, as that was the old one. This is the new Blender version, and the reason why I haven't done any tutorials in it yet is because they exported to X, and a lot of exporters for FBX to XNA and a lot of engines for games, not the Blender engine, are not supported yet in the alpha version, but it's really nice, so we're gonna go over to it as soon as possible. And here, if you import the OBJ files, we have a big difference, and that is that we have the options down here, and they have taken away scale and clamp, so we can import it directly, and it'll turn out with the right scale. So that's really nice. So like I said, this problem with the scaling mostly only exists in the old Blender, but make sure that when you export from Max, you use ZBrush, which or another exporting option than Blender, so it doesn't scale the model, so you won't get smaller and bigger models depending on how many times you've sent it in between programs. So that's it for today. I hope you check out our blog at costofwar.se, and stay tuned for the next tutorial. Thank you.